Hello and welcome to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. My name's Will. I'm playing against Passerby Ben. I brought along my new Heliolisk and my new Imposter Ditto, along with some old favorites. But Ben decided to bring along some legends. Now, when you're playing Passerby Wi-Fi battle, you know, anything goes, really. But it's a pretty general consensus among the Pokemon community that you don't battle with legendaries unless specified to do so. And, you know, certain legendaries are viable in OU, but that's really not the case here. He's got a Mew and a Zekrom, and an Unpheasant for some reason, but I'm just looking at that Zekrom and that Mew to see what I can do. Obviously, I wouldn't be posting this if he completely obliterated me, so I'm just going to lead in with my Heliolisk. He's going to lead in with his Zekrom, and there's nothing I can do against this thing. You know, a tiny little lizard against a giant electric dragon, so I'm going to Volt Switch out as soon as I can. I'm going to switch into Ferrothorn, because Zekrom being dragon and electric, he's not going to be able to do much damage to my Ferrothorn, and I was correct. He uses Dragon Breath. My first indication that Ben was not the best competitive battler. Why would you run Dragon Breath on a Zekrom? It's a physical attacker, and Dragon Breath is just kind of a crappy move in general. He switches into his Infernape. I'm going to Leech Seed this thing, thinking that it was going to be Zekrom. I'm fine with Leech Seeding an Infernape as well, but I know that this thing's going to come at me with a Fire move or a Fighting move. So I'm going to protect the first round to try to get off as much Leech Seed damage as possible, heal myself back up, and then I'm going to switch out as soon as I can. I notice here that he goes for the Fire Spin, meaning that whoever I switch into next turn is going to be stuck in with this Infernape unless I can get the Infernape to switch out. So I figure, what better Pokemon to be stuck in with an Infernape than an Infernape itself? The idea here was I had a similar thing come up with another battle that I was in, where I switched into an Infernape, hoping that he would have Earthquake or a Flying move so that I could be super effective against it. A lot of Infernapes run Earthquake or either Acrobatics or Aerial Ace, but he doesn't actually. I looked through his list, and he's got Fire Spin, he's got another Fire move, but he's got Close Combat, so I figure it's better than nothing. I'm going to go for Close Combat. I've got Choice Scarf, so I'm faster than this thing. That's my whole deal with my Ditto, is that I always run a Choice Scarf, so I'm faster than whoever I'm copying. And he switches into his Samurai, which was a good move. I use Close Combat, and I almost take out half of this Samurai. I don't want to stay in and risk losing my Ditto to this Samurai. However, I know that this thing's going to go for a Water move. So I switch into my Heliolisk, who's running Dry Skin. That's, you know, my opinion is the best ability on Heliolisk, because it can absorb water moves, and then chances are you've just switched in on a water Pokemon, and he's got good special attack electric moves, so he's going to be good against it. I go for the Thunder on the Samurai. I was running Thunder because I was doing a Rain team before this, and I forgot to just switch back to Thunderbolt. Regardless, I don't want to stay in against this Lucario because he's fighting, and I'm also normal type, so I go for the Volt Switch as soon as possible. I switch out to my Ferrothorn, thinking he's going to go for a physical move like Close Combat, seeing if I can't get the Iron Barb, Rocky Helmet damage off on this thing, as well as some defense lowering if it is Close Combat. But he goes right for the Aura Sphere, which I didn't expect, and he takes my Ferrothorn down into the red, which is fine. I wanted to see what he was going to do next. He goes for Extreme Speed, which is fine by me, and actually a good thing, because it gives me the opportunity to switch into my Ditto once more and copy this Mega Lucario, which is a great thing, because if you can copy a Mega Evolution with Imposter Ditto, that means that you can also still use your own Mega Evolution. I don't end up needing my Mega Evolution in this battle, however, it's nice to have a Mega Evolution when you need it. So I go right for the Aura Sphere against him, being able to resist his Extreme Speed, since I'm now a Steel type, and I'm able to take it out right away. He switches into his Unpheasant here. Aura Sphere probably wouldn't have been a bad move against this thing anyway, since I'm locked into it, but I decided to switch out. I can always use this Ditto on his Zekrom or on his Mew to get my own legendary. Since he's going to bring legendaries, I can always just copy it off of him. And he uses Fly. Again, another indication that he's not the most experienced competitive battler. But he flies in the air. I'm immediately able to King Shield and lower his attack, forcing him to switch out. Since he's probably only got other moves are probably only normal, which aren't going to affect this guy anyway. I use Swords Dance because I predict that he's going to switch out, and he switches into his Infernape. Now, I'm going to try to stay in defense mode so that I can defense mode Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm going to stay in my defense mode so that I can try to protect myself against one of his hits, lower his attack, but I'm still going to go for a Swords Dance here because I know that his strongest move is Flame Wheel, and I know that it's not going to do much to my defense form, Aegislash, and that my weakening policy is going to activate. I go for another Swords Dance, and now I'm a +6 Swords Dance Aegislash, just like that. And so +6 Swords Dance, not a lot that can stop this thing, and this is where Aegislash turns into the Legend Slayer that I have proclaimed it to be in this battle. I immediately take out this Infernape. He switches into his Zekrom. I'm going to go into defense form. Whenever I'm playing with Aegislash, I think it's always best to just switch into your defense form anyway, in case they've got something that can hit you while you're in your defense form. That way you can lower their attack, and then maybe when you switch into your attack form, they won't be able to, hit you as hard because their attack has been lowered. He goes for the Fusion Bolt, and I actually go for the Sacred Sword because it's got more attack power than Shadow Sneak, and since I can use that and then Shadow Sneak right away, and you can use Sacred Sword while in your defense form and not have to worry about it. I switch into my defense form once more here, so that I can use Sacred Sword again because Shadow Sneak isn't going to affect Unpheasant. He goes for the Air Slash. I protect myself. He goes for it again here. I switch into my attack form, trying to go for the Sacred Sword, and I flinch off of his Air Slash. So I have no choice but to switch back into my defense form. It's a lot of stalling going on. I basically didn't want to lose Aegislash with his +6 if I could help it. And I end up being able to do that. He goes for his Air Cutter on this next turn. I'm not sure the differences between Air Cutter and Air Slash. One of them might get a better critical hit ratio. It's probably Air Cutter. He just got a critical hit. But I'm able to switch into I was able to hold on with 7% and go into my Sacred Sword, which is perfect because now I'm able to just run the rest of his team without having to worry about it. Unless his Samurott runs Aqua Jet, which it ends up not running. So I'm able to take that out as well. Sorry for all of this back and forth with the defense mode and the attack form. But like I said, it's better safe than sorry. You can always try to see what the other person's going to do at least, and then you can switch out if it's something that is going to hit you. I was afraid of Aqua Jet here, obviously, but I'm able to switch in and use Shadow Snake on this Samurott. It doesn't have a ton of health left, so +6 Aegislash is going to be able to knock it out. And then his last Pokemon is his Mew, which obviously is weak to Aegislash, and unless Mew's running I don't know if Mew can get Shadow Sneak based on... It probably can. It can learn any move with Shadow Sneak's on the TM. So I'm able to take this thing out. He's got a cool team. He's got a Zekrom. He's got I think that was a blue Mew, which is cool. But when it comes right down to it, it just wasn't a match for my Aegislash and how I was able to set up using Weakness Policy and a couple of Swords Dance. And I was able to preview his Infernape with my Ditto, his entire moveset. And so those two really worked well together in this battle. Thanks for watching. Put your friend codes below. Like the video, subscribe, share the video. I'm just trying to get as much people to watch my videos as possible. And so thank you for watching this yourself. So thanks again. Battle me in a while, Sceptile.